But can y'all tell me, did they try to turn Lamar Action Jackson into Dan Marino in this championship game? Keeping up with pace on passing attempts? You can see why they lost this game. No running game. Just have him pass it all over the football field. Not only that, you didn't dial up enough running plays, design plays for Lamar Jackson, what you've been doing most of the season, to now him dropping back and just throwing it all over the place. Yeah, you're going to be doomed for gloom in that case. Offensive coordinator cost them this game as well. Yeah, Lamar Jackson played a terrible game. When I say terrible, I mean he didn't look like himself like he looked in the regular season. You think he's a drop back passer? Yeah, he can make plays, but off the run. After you establish the running game, then you get into your play actions and your dinks and dunks with Lamar Jackson and your Wildcats, getting him on sweeps, runs, quarterback draws, quick action plays, and you go out there and want him to go toe-to-toe with Patrick Magician Mahomes. Are we serious here? And then on top of that, you turn over the football. Turn over the football and then penalties. That cost you this game. Not being yourself and going into this game thinking you can get into a shootout with Patrick Magician Mahomes. They missed the opportunity. You can look at it. Baltimore Ravens missed an opportunity. Going into this game, I'm going to say they must have been a little uptight. They were feeling a pressure coming to this game because they just threw their playbook completely out. They're thinking, we're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. We got to pass the ball. We got to try to put some points on the board. Forget ball control. Let's try to gun them out. Not going to win in the gun out. No, not with Kansas City. So they put pressure on Lamar Jackson, got him scrambling around a little bit, getting sacked, hurrying his throws, bad reads, interceptions, and then you got Zay Flowers dive into the end zone thinking it's fourth down or a must play he got to have and end up getting the ball knocked out. Touchback. Troubling. Very troubling. Baltimore Ravens could play a better game than that. For some reason, like I say, they were uptight. They're playing the champions. They didn't look at their playbook and say, hey, let's get ball control. Let's hand this ball off more than we're going to pass it. We're going to protect Lamar Jackson. Instead, you went into this game trying to prove he's the MVP, and he got exposed. Exposed by the passing coverage, jamming balls into triple team coverage, rushing his throws, which they put the pressure and they had some blitz schemes on him. They were getting home on Lamar Jackson. They strategized very well. They weren't going to give him a lot of time to dance around back there and just make plays and turn into Action Jackson. They was going to get him on the ground. Make quick decisions is what they wanted him to do. And he made quick decisions, but they were the wrong decisions. And then the frustration comes out. I never like when quarterbacks get frustrated in a game where they throwing down their helmets, they're on a sideline, they can't believe what just happened. No, man, I think Geno Smith is notorious for doing that on the sidelines. Like he's a Dan Marino, like he's a top-tier quarterback. He throws an interception or make a bad read. He goes to the sideline, throwing his helmet around. Dude, you just now starting to get good. You just now starting to figure it out. Come on, man. We're used to you doing that, making bonehead plays. You're trying to get out of that. Yeah, Lamar Jackson is too good to go to the sideline, frustrated, throwing his helmet around like he's not expected to do that. No, he's been playing great MVP all year. But no, man, suck it up. Get back out, pause. Go out there on the next drive, prove yourself, make up for it. That game, you don't want to get frustrated. You want to keep your sense about yourself. Keep the team together. Say you're going to go out there on the next drive and you're going to start completing some plays. But getting frustrated, no, you already beat. You already beat then. Coach Harbaugh, I put it on you as well. The play calling, I don't know how much control you got over the offensive coordinator, but y'all should have came in here. Y'all grit and grind. Y'all black and blue football team. You don't want to get cute and start passing the ball around. Keeping up with attempts with Patrick Magician Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, 20 for 37. You don't want him passing that much. A great game for Lamar Jackson is 22 attempts, 18, maybe 25. That's when you're having a balance with the run, with the little pass. But you got him out there exposed, throwing the ball all over the field against this secondary, and you wonder why you lost. You wonder why you didn't show up. Tell you, man, teams work so hard in the regular season to get all the way close to the dance or in the dance to not even look like themselves. Unbelievable, man. You change it's like you rip up the play sheet. They've been working all year and try something new because you're in a championship game. You get all uptight. They should have been running the ball. And if you wouldn't get early success with it, still stay with it here and there. Make them honor that. You get one-dimensional. I keep saying it every time. You're very beatable. Great teams, when you get down to this stage of football, down to the Super Bowl right there, teams are dissecting you. Lamar Jackson and this offense did exactly what Kansas City wanted them to do. Get in a shootout. Throw it around the football field. He's more dangerous when he's unpredictable. When you're smashing that running game, and the next thing you know, he's coming out on a bootleg with a scramble or a throw option. Establish the run. Hit tight ends for little dumps. Get yourself going first. Not trying to get home run plays. Y'all the type of team that takes your time to get down the football field and take your chances when they're there. But you want to get it all in one bunch. And that all in one bunch got you losing this game. And saying the same old song next year. We'll get better next year, get the group together. No. This is the opportunity here. And like I say, Patrick Mahomes, man, we changing it. Y'all already done paid the man, but it's time to renegotiate. I told you, we going for a cool billion. Re-sign that baby, get this man a cool billion. This guy has went on the road this year. On the road to the Super Bowl. Not in his backyard. They didn't play well enough to have it in his backyard. But Patrick Mahomes said, hey, it's me. We do it anywhere. I'm him. That's what he said. I am him. And he proved that. Went through Josh Allen on the road. And that good Buffalo Bills defense. Lamar Jackson on the road in his building. Took him down. Dude's on a different level, man. He's on a different level. And now he's about to play the 49ers. That's why I say, man, he's ready for the playoffs. When the playoffs come, different team, different quarterback. Yeah, they struggled all year. But when them lights are bright, it's a whole different ball game. And Patty, Magician Mahomes, will show you that. Yeah, I was going for Baltimore Ravens in this game. Thought they had a damn good shot, and they did. Until they ripped up the playbook and said, hey, we're going to play Dan Marino. John Harbaugh, man. Grit and grind all year, and you want to get fancy now. We're going to pull up the box sheet. But like I said before, the box sheet doesn't tell the true tale inside of a ball game or any sports, football, basketball, whatever it is. When I pull up this box sheet, it doesn't tell the whole story. I just pull up the box sheet for context, to give you a little context, especially people who didn't watch the game or don't know too much about the game. You can have an idea of what happened and who the stars were, who came up short. But if you don't watch the game at all, it gives you context. It doesn't tell the whole story. Sometimes a guy can have off the chart stats, but he played a terrible game. He threw a pick six in the end. Sometimes those percentages on completions for a quarterback, he's been dinking dunking the whole game. That's why his percentage is good. He didn't throw any balls over 25 yards. And then when he finally did in crunch time, he got it picked off. Or he fumbled too much in the quarterback pocket. He got stripped. He made a lot of bad decisions with those throws. When he did have incompletions, he made bad decisions with it. So like I said, the box sheet don't always tell the story. I don't show the box sheet to tell you this how the game was, this who was the star was, and then that's it. No, I give you context because I'm going to tell you about the game and match it up with the stats. You can have a good idea. So that's for the people out there who think you just look at the stat sheet and it tells the whole story. It doesn't tell the whole story. It just gives context of the ball game. I just don't like games being played like this when you've played your style of football all year long and then you try to switch it up. I'd rather them lose going down, laying their hat on how they've been all year. Not telling you to run the ball 40, 50 times a game, but give them something to think about. Try to stick to it. If you're going to run the ball, call more running plays for Lamar Jackson. If that's the case. You don't trust your other running backs. You ran him more in the regular season than in this game. Doesn't make any sense. But we're going to take a look at it. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. At all. Just look at that. Look at Lamar Jackson attempts. Right there with Patty Mahomes. You're going to lose that every time. And luckily, Patty Mahomes only had 39 attempts. See, he can go 65. He's that good. He can throw it around more than that. 39 is actually low for Patrick Mahomes. But Lamar Jackson is just not that quarterback. He's not that quarterback that's slinging around the football field. Yeah, he's gotten better at reading coverage and he's passing a little more this season. And now you can say, oh, he's just not a running quarterback anymore. He can make plays. He can, but he can't make them all game long. And that's what you lay your hat on, is him throwing the football to win you a game in a shootout with the best quarterback in the business. Patrick Mahomes made the plays. Lamar Jackson didn't. And one thing you can't do against a great football team is turn the football over. To me, it seemed like the Ravens were a little sped up. Like I said, they were tight. They felt the pressure of this game. And Kansas City, they was doing as usual. They've been there before. They're going to grind it out even when it's not looking pretty. They know the next play they're going to make it. Got this man running around throwing the ball that many times. $30 for 39 was Patrick Mahomes. 241 yards. 6.2 on average. He's got a tutty. No picks is always crucial. His counterpart, Lamar Jackson, 20 for 37, 272 yards, 7.4 on average. He's got a tutty and he's got a pick. But that's not the only turnover he had. Isaiah Pacheco, 24 carries for 68 yards. Think about that for a minute. Kansas City Chiefs is known for the finesse team, right? They like to pass the football around. How was they able to get 24 carries off a running back or a ball carrier, if you don't look at Pacheco as a true running back, but then you look at a grit and grind Baltimore Ravens team, and who has the most carries? Lamar Jackson at 8 carries for 54 yards. Everybody else 3, 2, 3. But Kansas City's supposed to be the finesse team. See how that flip-flop? That's already all out of whack. Baltimore couldn't even stick with the running game at all. They want to sling it around the football field. Travis Kelce, which we should have highlighted him on top. 11 catches for 116 yards. 10.5 on average and a tutty. That Poo-Tang must be doing him very well because they thought it was going to take away his concentration. No, it's lifting his concentration. The man balled out. Showed up and showed out. Look at this. 11 targets. 11 catches. So you mean to tell me every time a ball came his way, he came down with it? All completions. All completions. And you want to question yourself, is he the best tight end in the business right now? Absolutely. He does it with flash. He does it with cockiness. He knows his worth. He knows his business. And he keeps showing up time and time again every time he hits the football field. Talking his smack, doing his swag. Got his woman up in the booth now, which frustrates a lot of people. I understand that. Sometimes you just get tired of seeing Taylor Swift. They keep rolling the camera right to her. Frustrates a lot of people. Don't really bother me, but I see it. Know what's going on. It's about viewership, man. It's all about viewership. And if you keep eyes glued to the TV because Taylor Swift is up in the press box, so be it. They're going to keep showing her the whole game. Zay Flowers. 5 catches, 115 yards, 23 on average. 1 tutty. 8 targets. I mean, he had a favorable, good game. Just don't turn the football over. Don't get too pressed. Because the team that looked like they've been there before, they were the more, calm and confident. Just letting the storm ride through. And they come down on their little raft, with the straws in their mouth. Got their fishing line in the water. Just waiting to catch something. And they caught some. Caught a W. Just crazy, man. Baltimore went out there and played a game like that. And then no sense penalties. You think you're going to go out there and bully a champion. That's basically what Baltimore tried to do, go out there and bully him. All these extra shoves after the whistle. Penalizing yourself. Gotta get in the game, man. You gotta get in the game. Stronger minds prevail every time you get down to championship games. The cooler head is gonna prevail. 17-10, folks. 17-10. But Patty Mahomes has proven time and time again nobody can knock him off his spot. Best quarterback in the league. Before it's all said and done, probably the best quarterback ever played this game. Right now, it's arguably. But when he's done, he will be. If he stays on this path. Because, man, the guy is still young. he still can rack up some Super Bowls here. Keep this core together. Add pieces here and there. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. Not in the result. You know, I figure Baltimore Ravens had a goodest chance of anybody of beating this team, winning the game. But in the fashion they played it, nah. Odell Beckham Jr., 3 catches, 22 yards, 7.3 on average. He's probably frustrated. Don't know how open he got. Like I say, I missed some of this game. So all I can go off on is highlights I go back and look at. People actually breaking it down and, do a little research. I've seen enough. I know that. But, yeah. Odell Beckham Jr. You didn't bring him there for 3 catches. I know that. Now, was he covered that good? We know the secondary Kansas City got is top notch. They're flying all over the field, tipping balls, intercepting it, jamming up receivers. Well, yeah, very disappointing. Very disappointing. I expected a better output. You could just wash the whole regular season away if you're the Ravens. It was a waste. And actually, it was a bust season. To go down like this was a bust. The season was a bust. You go down with your guns blazing, playing the type of football y'all know to play, and you lose. Nobody's arguing with that. We know Kansas City Chiefs are better than most teams they play against. Won't have nothing to say on it. But you're out there trying to get cute, throwing the ball around, then trying to bully people at the same time. Oh man, you're going home. You're going where you belong. And then you're going to try it again next season? So the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Guess who they going up against? Almost had it right. Almost had it right. Thought it was going to be a Raven and a 49er Super Bowl. Patty Mahomes said,
Nope.
Not on my watch. Not when I just won one last year. Y'all think because we struggled, was off a little bit in the regular season, but I wasn't going to get there again? I'm going to show you what I'm made of. And he's the type of quarterback that don't have to play perfect all season long. When the lights are bright, there's another switch that comes on. And it's championship time. Yeah. Magician Mahomes said it's championship time. So the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. But we're going to get into that Detroit Lions and the 49er game. First, let's put some plugs in the socket and we'll be right back. Quick hitters. If you haven't checked out the website, goodymogoods.com, check it out. Everything in here is customizable to fit the way you like it. So just send me an email with the font and an image and we'll take care of you. And also remember, 5% off if you subscribe to this website. For $19.99 a year, you get 5% off on all items in the store. So don't forget that. Actually, we can come down here. You have your subscribe form. Put in your email address, click here, become a member, GDW membership plan, $19.99 every year. Save 5% on all orders with this plan. So take advantage of it. Thanks for y'all time and enjoy the show. Welcome back in, folks. Detroit Lions and 49ers, 31-34. We're going to talk about another choke job by an inexperienced team that hasn't been there in a long time, and it showed up. First half, all Detroit Lions. I mean, you had people talking. Whoever was going for the Lions, I mean, they're feeling good. I'm like, wow. They're taking it to the 49ers. They're going up and down the football field. Scoring points, got them on their heels. I don't know what happened at halftime, but I can imagine it was a lot of talk and conversations going on at halftime. I can imagine. Because when they came out of their locker room, it was blazing. They didn't hold back anything. You want to talk about 27 unanswered points, if I got that correctly, by the 49ers? Detroit got caught like a deer in headlights. Once it started rolling downhill, they couldn't stop it. They played inspired football the second half, and they took care of business. It was play after play after play. The body language, the attitude was different, and you just looking at Detroit saying, oh man, this it? It's over now. They don't even have the experience to hold them off. And this is another game that I knew was going to be good, but I knew the 49ers would win it. But when you saw that first half, you was like, hold on now. Is Detroit going to actually win this game? If they do, you want to talk about a bust for the 49ers. Yeah, man, that would have been a shock in their house. Bang Bang Niner gang was in trouble in the first half. But in the second half, they said bang bang, shoot them up. You know what I mean? Because it was on. And Christian McCaffrey, oh my goodness, man, this guy here. I mean, you look at him as like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, this guy and his craft, I mean, he's the best. He's the best in the business right now. You might need to open his pocketbook up again as well to add a few more zeros to it. This guy's all purpose. I mean, I've talked about Christian McCaffrey over and over again all the time. The guy is stand up. He can do it all on the football field. The way he makes 3 yards look like a 50-yard touchdown is just amazing to me. The moves he make right on an initial carry is crazy. How he just makes people miss. Right in the line of contact at the line of scrimmage. Then when he gets out in space, he has enough speed to take it to the house. He got enough power to trample over 2 or 3 guys. Catches out of the backfield. His nickname should be All Purpose. Christian All Purpose McCaffrey. Since I give out nicknames all day long. That one is well deserving for him. All Purpose. Just call him All Purpose.